Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, Mr. Secretary. I want to switch back to the budget and the kind of the amount of increases in the budget this coming year. I was wondering whether you could explain, we've kind of danced around it here with some of the colleagues, but the operating cost increases as proposed by the governor for your three main appropriations is an increase of over $1 million, or actually 8% over the prior year, 17 and 18. And I mean, I'll just continue. For example, I know much of the increases seems to be the oversight and improved customer service initiative you've mentioned in the proposed 33 positions. But I guess what I'm wondering is, I mean, how and where will these positions be utilized? And what is the funding source going to be used for these positions? And will these be supported by just the general fund, or these, we talked about fines and fees. One of my colleagues to start talked about that, or is it going to be a combination of both? And I just want to, like I said, we want to be able to get our hands around, when people see the budget and see increases that are significantly greater than inflation, there needs to be a reason for that. And maybe you could provide some, an answer on that, please.
Certainly. These positions were specifically for general, funded out of the general fund. So the 33 positions, and it's roughly half would be in Harrisburg versus out in the regional offices doing a variety of work, as they say. In some cases, some of the permitting and inspection work within water, in some cases oversight of high hazard dams, in other cases doing the modeling and monitoring required in our air quality program.
Is the 8% in the budget, though, mainly due to those, or the increase is mainly due to these additional hires?
It's a 2.5% increase across the three line items for those hires, and then the additional is increases in benefits, salary, all of the types of cost to carry increases that you would typically see in the budget.
Let me just follow up. Kind of a tough question here. I know we received a letter from EPA back at the end of December of 2016 that documented, our lack of performance on the safe drinking water program, and I guess what I'm interested in is why this hasn't been addressed maybe more aggressively here in the last year and a half or 2 years, and also too, this is always an issue with a lot of our members here, is just the permitting process in general. I don't know whether DEP, now you've only been here a while, I've only been here a while, but why aren't we coming up with a program to help out farmers, agriculture, business with more aggressive, so that we can get this permitting process moving forward more quickly? So I guess there's two questions there. Sure.
On the drinking water piece in particular, we have moved about as aggressively as we can. Typically, as they say, later this year we're going to have a fee increase to support 33 additional positions within our safe drinking water program to deal with some of the concerns EPA raised. What we've done in the interim is they're managing kind of cash flow of the agency and making sure to bring those positions on now. So we're anticipating those fees, bringing on positions now, and as I say, over the next couple of months we'll see 17 new inspectors out there, which brings us within that one inspector per 100 to 125 facilities ratio that is frankly the benchmark that we look for. So we're very close to being at a point of satisfying that requirement with US EPA.
Do you think we're going to need a whole lot more additional hires after this year in order to meet our demand, or meet what we need to get accomplished?
I think as long as we can maintain that ratio, we should be in good shape, and hopefully, as I said earlier, start to see that compliance rate come back above the it's down around 93% now. Our benchmark is 95%, so we want to see over 95% of our drinking water systems in compliance.
Okay, I still see I have some time left. I want to switch, being from Lancaster County, I want to switch to agriculture. Sure. And I was wondering, is it possible that DEP can implement a more agricultural-focused permitting process? I know people in the shale industry probably feel the same, or shale area feel the same way, possibly in conjunction with or directed by the Department of Agriculture. He's going to be in this afternoon to reduce time, costs, and redundancy. Because I do think it can if we're able to accomplish that.
Sure, and we've been working pretty aggressively, and it's not just ag, but working on, for example, PAGO2, which is those sites with a smaller footprint to get a general permit in front of. There's some EPA issues we need to work out, and then hopefully we can leverage that into PAG01, which would be even smaller sites that would benefit a lot of the agricultural community. In addition to that, we've been working very closely with Department of Agriculture. One of the things, a couple of things we've done, one is actually putting out some funding to help pay for their nutrient management plans on a reimbursement basis, and would like to see more of that. And then a certification program that they are meeting their regulatory requirements +1 and trying to get them some additional benefits for doing that.
Thank you for being here. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.